Hi, Vickie.
Hi, my name is Vickie Jo Soewll. I've been a citizen of Emeryville for 30 years. I'd like to read this letter to you guys. I've already sent it to you, so you have it. It's about my neighbors in Emeryville. You are my neighbors, the city of Emeryville, and I think it's NRD, but I'll read it to you. I've come here tonight because I have a problem with my neighbors. My neighbor is the city of Emeryville and the resources for community development. The city and the developer were too cheap to have Kava Architects design a project that did not detrimentally impact its neighbors. Here are some digital pictures of the construction work as it is now. My Colossus neighbor told us that our neighborhood would be greatly improved by this project, that our electrical service would go underground, we'd have better sidewalks, more lighting, and improved safety. Little did I know that these improvements were only for the area belonging to RCD itself, who informed me that they had no obligation to do anything for the neighborhood. Only their electrical will be underground, only their sidewalks will be repaired. So I'm left with a south wall that's 50 feet tall and still growing. I was told that I would have enough light for my plants at 3616 Peralta Street, but as you can see from the photographs, my garden no longer receives light at all. I was told that the building would be 3 stories high, and I thought that was acceptable, based on the idea that commercial space is 10 feet tall for every story, and residential heights are 8 foot per story. I didn't realize that you could build a parking garage at any height and just add the stories on top of it. I haven't seen a building inspector or a city official to visit my part of the site built on my property line at all. In fact, I think the city has washed its hand of the neighbors. I haven't seen any representatives to help us. I don't feel that the city council represents our neighborhood, and if you do, then I'm telling you, you've failed us. Your pity and sympathy mean no more to me than the condolences of the people who walk by, the construction workers standing above us who ask me, how did you let the city do this to you? The city of Emeryville pays lip service to urban planning, but in fact, planning in Emeryville always involves a large contractor coming in and being allowed to do whatever they want. We should rename the city Fosterville or Robbinsville. I want the city urban planning to address the safety and the human concerns. This project will dump close to 300 adults and children in a few square blocks in the city's south edge. It does not address the safety or the parking. I am tired of the retroactive city government that makes laws and solves problems after the fact or after an incident. As I have mentioned many times, this area has, especially on Watt Street and my end of Peralta, has not got adequate lighting. In fact, Watt Street has none.
Vickie, I'm going to have to cut you off. That's
Okay,
well
I'm
beyond
almost
3
done.
minutes.
I just have one paragraph.
Okay, really quick, please.
Really quick. Okay, so there's no lighting there on Watt Street. The city community garden has no lighting. This is a hard choice for a family living, and I'm concerned for the conditions for children abductions onto nearby free ramps. CRD owes it to prospective tenants to make potential hazards clear. The freeway on-ramps by this low-income or affordable housing are 80, 580, and 24. My goal here, coming here tonight, is to tell the city's council and staff not just how I feel about them, but to try to move towards a planning for real change. We need actual involvement and real plans for the southern part of the city and actual neighbors involved, not just committees, functionaries. Many of my neighbors and small business owners would be glad and eager to be involved in a Star Intersection Improvement Committee that addresses the issues of Peralta Street, Adeline Street, and the San Pablo corridor.
Okay.
Thank
you. Okay. Any other public comment? Please come up.
Hi, my name is Yasmin Amer. I'm the
Could you move
resident.
the mic up?
You're being broadcast too.
Great. Hi.
And-
My
and-
name's Yasmin Amer.
Okay.
I'm the resident and owner of 3605 Adeline, directly behind the Ambassador project that Vickie Jo Soewll just spoke about. I also have some comments to add to hers. It's true that no representatives have been to my property as well. There has been a lot of noise. I get woken up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I don't need to wake up at that hour for anything. I work 5 minutes away from my house, so it's really disturbing, and I don't know if something could be done about that. Planning, we were told that the parking could not be underground, yet there was a 16-foot hole dug behind the property. So I don't know why the parking couldn't go to underground. Now we have this monster of a building. I have pictures here as well. This is what it looks like today. And this is what it looked like on Friday. When I woke up on Friday, I saw an extra story that was not planned, that was not agreed upon by, it seems like, anybody, you guys, the Planning Commission, or anyone. So I made some phone calls, and mysteriously, I don't know, maybe somebody will speak to that later, but mysteriously that extra wall went away. So that's good. I'm happy about that because I'd like it to stay that way. I'd like it to be shorter. I'm going to be completely encroached upon on all three sides. Myself and my neighbor, Mrs. Cherry, are the only two 16-foot tall properties that I can say again and again that should have been bought out before this project had been even considered, because it's going to be, to mention our other neighbor, Pixar, it's going to be like Up for me and my neighbor. We're going to have a big old skyscraper for no good reason, and it ruins my property value. And so I just want to, speak to that and see if there's something that we can do to alleviate some of the pain. I'm in agreement with everything that Vickie Jo said, so thanks for hearing me out.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Please, you have, why don't we just start a queue? Yeah, she was actually first.
Okay.
No, she was first. She was first. So just get behind her and we'll get you. Okay.
Hi, my
Hi.
name's Jessica Sheldon. I am project manager with Resources for Community Development, the owner and developer of the Ambassador. I appreciated that Ms. Soewll alerted us that she was going to be here tonight so we can engage in this conversation. I want to acknowledge the challenges of both of the neighbors who just spoke. It is challenging to live next to a construction site. We certainly understand that. We are working within our permitted hours for construction, but it's noisy, and I understand that. And both RCD and the construction crew appreciates your cooperation of the neighbors around the Ambassador and being understanding throughout the construction process. We're about halfway through construction now. I want to assure everyone that the building is completely in compliance with the plans that were approved by the Planning Commission. That was the result of a long discussion process with the community and city staff and the Planning Commission, reaching back to 2003 is when conversations first began. The land was owned by the city redevelopment agency at that time, so the design was developed in conjunction between RCD, the architects, and the redevelopment agency. In 2009, we had multiple meetings, community meetings. We came before the Planning Commission 3 times, and the design was a result of those interactions. The goal is to create a development that benefits the city of Emeryville, the existing residents of the neighborhood, as well as the future residents of the Ambassador. We hope that by adding so much more life and people to the neighborhood, that we'll have more eyes on the street, increase safety. We are adding lighting along the street, new landscaping, new sidewalks along portions of the street that we believe will benefit the entire community. As I said, we're about halfway through construction. We will be completing construction by the end of the year. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to talk more about the
Well,
project.
I guess my concern is, what are your hours? Are they start at 7 or are they 8?
They'll start at 7.
They
Yeah.
start at 7?
7 to 6, I believe. 6, yeah.
That's-
And I work and live there.
Okay,
And they're always gone by.
okay.
It doesn't,
Well, thank you.